kind of windy. I don't know if this shit gonna work, but you see? Damn, G. This shit should be working. What the fuck? Come on. Damn, this wind is not fucking with me. This is very anticlimactic in this motherfucker, but I'm finna make this shit work. Yeah, burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, yeah. Well, all my people that work closing shift, make some noise. Y'all already know how I do. First of all, if you're new here, please understand that this is what I do. If you found this video randomly because the algorithm decided to fuck with me, please know that I got other videos. So if you like this shit, I ain't finna tell you to like it now. A lot of people, they be, hey y'all, you never seen me before, but like or subscribe. Like, nigga, nobody fucking know who the fuck you are. Excuse me for saying the N-word. But anyway, yo, I just sprayed fucking sanitizer, and the sanitizer got essential oil. Oil's supposed to burn, you feel me, help a burn. This shit smell good as hell, by the way. And then goddamn, oh man. I hate the shit is just not working out for me, man. In general, it's not the worst shit in the world, but man, for all my life, I've been poor, and that shit might matter some more. But anyway, for y'all that's not new, y'all already know I do my stories and shit. So this shit is gonna involve a story. First of all, yes, this is the fucking union dude. He a black man. So I work for Mariano's. Fuck Mariano's. Let me just get that shit out the way. Damn, this wind is tweaking. Oh my God. Y'all do know when they say Chicago the Windy City, it doesn't mean that we're uncharacteristically windy than any other city. We kind of get a lot of wind, but we was given that name because the people here are full of hot air. So as you can see, I'm a talkative motherfucker. You feel me? That's why we call it the Windy City. Go look that shit up. Any motherfucking way. Okay, that's starting to take because the wind calmed down. Cool. All right. So first, I started off at the Mariano's in Aurora because I was taking care of my auntie and she was living in Aurora, and that shit was right across the street. I used to shop at the fucking Mariano's and the Mariano's I currently work at because of the bullshit ass program Amplify Chicago that I was in. Shout out to the handful of temporary benefits that came from that program. But fuck that program. Y'all motherfuckers are not 100. Shout out Miss Wendy though. But even me and her, and she like an auntie to me. Even she know that we don't see eye to eye on everything. Definitely fuck that Amplify Chicago shit. Anyway, rest in peace to Queese Vonzell Hughes, aka AMG Cash. He was in the program with me. He got killed trying to chase his dreams and shit. 21 years old. He and I are the only people who graduated from that fucking program who got a job, by the way. So fucking sad. Anyway, I was a shopper at Mariano's because they gave us the little Kroger bullshit cards. We gonna talk about Kroger and the fact that Kroger owns Mariano's. This shit runs so deep. This shit finna be funny as hell. If you the type of person, you feel me, that I think you are for clicking on this video, this shit is all funny as hell. So, Mariano's, right? I shopped at the one in Aurora, ended up working there with my auntie. Well, not with my auntie. I was living with my auntie, taking care of her, as a caretaker and shit. And then I came back to Chicago, and now I'm working at the Mariano's in Chicago. At the time of this recording, I intend to clock in tomorrow. If I am fired, which I don't really know how because that's the only benefit to this little bullshit ass union shit, is because of the union, it's hard to fire you. But that's it. It's not a union the way these the left is so soft. Left is so soft. It's not a union like that. Yeah, we need to unionize. Yeah, communism and shit. It's not that kind of union. It is the type of union. Have you ever met a motherfucker in a union? Have you ever met a Teamster? You ever met one of them big asshole, whether they black, white, any race? You ever met somebody in a fucking union? They are not pro-socialist. They're not communist, motherfucker. They're not even anti-capitalist. I've talked about this in other videos. Go watch my other videos. But they're not any of that shit. You never hear somebody say, hey, you should join, I'm in a union. You should join a union. Or let me rephrase that. You never hear anybody in a union say, hey, we should all join unions so that we can all make more money and get more benefits. You usually always hear, hey, I am in a union. You should join a union so you can make more money. These motherfuckers are not thinking of no cohesive shit. And I'm going to tell you proof of that because, like I said, so I brought up the whole Aurora shit because it was a white dude who was, you don't even get into the union until you've been working there 30 days. So I wasn't even thinking about no union shit when I was working in Aurora because I only worked there for like 3 weeks. And then I came, I was helping out my auntie, came back after the 3 weeks. But he was a white man, you know what I'm saying? The crazy shit, like I said, I care because I'm a human being. I'm a fucking shopper. I shopped at Mariano's in Aurora. And Aurora, overall, Mariano's has its problems. First of all, just so you know, they couldn't even hire me. They couldn't even hire me right away. The dude who did my interview in Aurora, this man was like, oh, you're such an awesome candidate, blah, blah, blah. I walked in on him because I had to, people so trifling. One way I've always been able to get a job is I have to pull up. I don't do this internet shit. You got to go to the job and be like, hey, remember me, the motherfucker that applied last week? Haven't heard back. Like, oh, yeah, I remember you. You're so cool. I lost your resume or I got busy or whatever bullshit ass excuse. So this guy, I walk in on him calling me, leaving me a voicemail because I be keeping my shit on Do Not Disturb. I really don't give a fuck about that phone shit, for real, for real. So I should be on Do Not Disturb like often. Most of the time my shit is on Do Not Disturb. So I didn't even know he put the phone down. I didn't know he was calling my shit. He was like, I just left you a voicemail. Turns out we have a hiring freeze and turns out we don't have it in the budget. You have it in the budget. I mean, he's a manager. He don't do shit with the budget, but they talk about Mariano's don't have. Yeah, yes you do, bitch. You got the money. But anyway, I didn't get hired for 2 weeks because of a fucking hiring freeze. Keep that shit in mind. Mariano's fucking plan. Speaking of fucking plan, I want to talk about what all of y'all came here to talk about. It was a fire at my job. And I didn't start the fire. I didn't start the fire, y'all. And somehow the job tried to make me feel guilty for doing the dash for a fire I didn't start. And in a place that has a bunch of shit that don't work, giant equipment in that kitchen has been off, full of fucking chicken nugget crumbs all in the fucking shit, don't work, caked up dirt and shit, just greasy bullshit, and the shit don't work, and a fire started. You think I'm finna stay so the fucking shit can touch some of this greasy shit and make a bigger fire? You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. Anyway, let me tell you how the shit fucking happened, G. So, first of all, I'm not gonna say nobody names in this story. I'm just gonna give descriptors. So the main 5 characters, it's gonna be about 10 characters total. Try to stay with me. In fact, keep making fake names is not easy for me because I ain't a fake motherfucker. So it's gonna be hard for me to keep up the charade of saying a wrong name for somebody. So I'm gonna give descriptors, especially so you can have a little bit more of a vision to see, you know what I'm saying, who I'm working with and who I'm dealing with. So main character, and yeah, I do, my brother, you know, this is no disrespect, no shade or whatever. Speaking of shade, that's a pitch black squirrel. I wish I could turn it around and show y'all. Only other time I seen a pitch black squirrel, and this brother or sister lives in our tree because I feel like squirrels and shit, they probably be like in the same spot type shit. Was Minnesota. In Minneapolis, I seen an all black squirrel and an all white squirrel. Anyway, if you keeping up with me, I need some crowd participation. Y'all don't never fucking listen. Y'all don't want to see me win. Type in, if you're not going to make a general comment and you don't know what to comment to help me with this fucking algorithm shit, type in all black squirrel. Anyway, or brother squirrel or sister squirrel with a squirrel emoji or something. Fuck with me. Damn, act like y'all give a fuck about me. Anyway, so this first brother, we gonna call him black male coworker. I feel like he kind of got main character syndrome anyway. So yeah, all respect and shit, but still, main character syndrome. We gonna call him black male coworker. Then we got white male manager. Then we got white male store director. Then we've got Hispanic male store director. Then we've got racially ambiguous store. No, I'm sorry. Rewind. Black male coworker, white male manager, white male store director, Hispanic male manager, and racially ambiguous manager. I don't know what the fuck this guy is. I just texted him because today, like literally before I started this, let me tell you about this motherfucker because I got a lot of stories to tell, but I'm gonna make this one short and I'm gonna make the main story the shit about the fire shit, and I'm gonna get to the fire shit. So one day, these motherfuckers don't have my check for like days. We supposed to get paid on Thursdays. Thursday, the whole day, our check don't come. So Friday, the check ain't here either, but I'm like, okay, I'll be cool if y'all have my shit by the end of the day. It was like 6 o'clock and we still ain't have our checks. So you know what I did? I communicated with my team, told them I'm leaving because what? And I left right then and there. Black male coworker didn't like that. Sorry. And I explained to him it's not personal. I don't own Mariano's, so I don't have loyalty to Mariano's. And more importantly, Mariano's doesn't own me. So anyway, the next day, Saturday, they don't have my check. I call in on Saturday morning. One Saturday morning, I call in and I say, hey, y'all got our checks? Also, I was supposed to have direct deposit. The other Aurora fucked up. They were supposed to put my shit on direct deposit, but they keep giving my shit paper checks. So this is y'all fault. Because I got direct deposit. I was working another job. Not to say that I don't make mistakes. I've never fucked up. I've been working since I was 15. And I'm in my early 30s. I've been working for over half my life. I don't fuck up on shit like that. Also, I remember numbers very well. I got that, I guess, neurodivergence where like I don't really forget numbers like that. Not really. Phone numbers. You have to tell me your birthday and I won't forget it. But for the most part, that's like the one shit I don't really remember well is like birthdays and shit. But anyway, so they ain't gave me my check. I called the customer service to see if we had our checks. They talk about the sister who answered the phone. She said, it's hard out here for a pimp. I was like, y'all so unserious, G. And so I hung up the phone and called my my department and told them, hey guys, I'm not coming in today or tomorrow, which was Sunday, and I know there's no mail on Sundays. So yeah, like I called off for 2 days. Racially ambiguous manager, who's such a fucking NPC, hey Adonis, whenever you get a sec, he always, cause I'll be fresh. I come to work with bow ties and shit, not to impress them, but cause I like wearing bow ties. I like being fresh. You feel me? I'm a Chicago Shingon. You know what I'm talking about? And so you see the hat, Za. Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Baby boy be fresh. Know what I'm talking about? Look at this. You know what I'm talking about? Look at this. What I'm talking about? I got all my Afrocentric jewelry. I don't know what you talking about. But anyway,
Adonis, you're the best, man. I love how you always come in with bow ties and you know, you work so hard. You're the best, man. Before and after this incident I'm about to tell y'all, he had this same goof-ass energy. This motherfucker, hey, we have a second. Can we talk for like 3 minutes? This motherfucker pulls me into the office and say some shit talking about, he got a write-up in his hand. Talking about, hey, so I just want to let you know you failed to call in and talk to a manager when you called off for those 2 days. So we count that as a no call, no show, because I believe the problem is you called, but you didn't call a manager. I don't give a fuck about Marianos, bro. You know, they say you don't have to sign write-ups. I don't want to let these motherfuckers see me sweat. I want them to understand that I will never sweat over capitalism. I've been homeless, the real homeless, like outside / at best you in a shelter or you sleeping somewhere you shouldn't be sleeping. And I've been homeless the cute way, where you kind of like how I am now, where I'm like staying with family and shit, and you a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? That's homeless. You know what I'm saying? I would say shout out to Jay Electronica, but that motherfucker supports Diddy. By the way, I got another video I'm uploading today about the difference between pause, no homo, and no Diddy, because y'all motherfuckers be really acting goofy. But anyway, but yeah, I've been both types of homeless 7 times each. The Bible says a just man falls 7 times, head ass. No, but anyway, get back up again. Anyway, so yeah, I'm chaotic. Anyway, what the fuck I was finna say? So unhinged. So this asshole gonna say yes. He gonna say we usually do 2 days off suspension for a 2-day no call, no show. I'm like, you want to give me extra time off from this place I hate, even for the same reason I was already intentionally off for 2 days? I'm like, go right ahead, my brother. Maybe, I don't know what fucking race you are. But he's like, but we're gonna count this as time served. Time served? That's a fucking jail term. Ask me how I know. Anyway, for y'all who don't know, time served is when you are awaiting trial and you're in lockup. If they give you a sentence that's larger, or let's say you get a sentence for like a month. They say we sentence you to 30 days in jail. But while you on trial, you on trial for like a week. They may count that as time served, so you only gotta serve in jail for fucking 3 weeks. You feel me? But anyway, goof ass motherfucker. He's a fucking hoe for that shit. No, like literally these motherfuckers are whores. Like the shit that they do, these motherfuckers have no integrity at all. Fucking suckers. Shout out to Mark Lamont Drill. Don't call me a sucker again. Don't call me a sucker. That shit was so fucking funny. Shit. Anyway, so are we potting? Nah, but so yeah, this motherfucker gonna say, you know, I'm sorry this had to happen, but you know, it's okay now. You know, that's just a written warning, and you know, just for future references. So today, literally, like I said before I started recording, I sent the text. I sent the text of a screenshot to my manager, white male manager, right? That's the manager of the department I work in. Because you failed to reach out to a manager directly. So I fucking so yesterday, because I was just so overwhelmed, I'm like, I'm not coming in to work today. Fuck that. I'm just not coming in. But I'm gonna be a good boy, and I'm gonna call y'all and tell y'all that I'm not doing. And I said, you know what? Scratch that. I'm not gonna call. I have the direct cell phone number of white male manager. White male manager. I sent him a text last night that I'm not coming in detail, and I tell him why. Why the fuck, before I fucking do this video, is racially ambiguous manager sending me a text talking about, are you running late? So I sent the screenshot that I sent to white male manager, to racially ambiguous manager, and I fucking put his number in my spam folder. Cause I'm like, I'm not finna deal with this shit. Get the fuck out of here. I already got my shit on Do Not Disturb. So when I take my shit off, or to open my shit and see manually see my notifications via opening each app, individually and scrolling through, that's how I do, whenever I feel like doing that shit. Trust me, y'all, that's gonna manage y'all anxiety a lot, or y'all insecurity, or whatever the fuck leads y'all to be on y'all phone all the motherfucking time. When you wake up, don't let your phone be the first thing you grab. This is just a pro tip, you hear me? But anyway, like I was motherfucking saying, let me get to this story about the fire. Oh, sweet Jesus, it's a fire. And I ran for my life. I got Cook County insurance. Ain't nobody got time for that. Fuck is you talking about? This brother who I work with, who's about 10 years younger than me, right? He has a bad habit, and he has said, I don't want to talk to you like, I'm your daddy and shit, but, and his reasoning behind speaking to me a certain kind of way is that anything that I do is going to reflect on him negatively via his relationship with white male manager and maybe management in general. But I'm like, my brother, good and goddamn well they're not gonna fire you for some shit I do wrong. They're not gonna fire you for some shit you do wrong. Case in point, what we about to talk about right now. So, by the way, this job, I already called OSHA on these motherfuckers. Cause I called like I said, I called the union rep. This man says and I suggested, never mind. I'm not saying that. Forget I said that shit. But I'm gonna tell y'all the conversation that I had, cause I'm not gonna tell about none of that shit with nobody else. I'm gonna just talk about the shit that I had go down with the fucking union rep. So I called this brother, and I sent him an email in detail, bars, about everything that's going on in the motherfucking Marianos as a whole. Shit that I've noticed at the rural location prior to transferring to this Chicago location, this downtown Chicago location. I was looking to transfer to the South Side Chicago location, which, after I tell the fire story, I'm gonna tell a fire story, cause it's finna get crazy. I'm finna tell y'all the motherfucking the tea. Anyway, so this shit's so fucking crazy, y'all. So they have us do all type of shit that we probably should not be doing. Definitely not all at once. They expect us to do shit, not even with specified. I put forth a lot of effort to communicate with the people I work with and try to divvy up, based on preference, based on skill, based on familiarity. What would you like to do? You know what I'm saying? There's some other characters in the story, by the way, that we'll get to later. Just side note, we're going to introduce black female store manager and black female coworker. So I'm gonna talk about black female store manager later, but basically this sister who everybody is scared of randomly has me training somebody, even though another person is training me who is also not a manager and should not be training me, because white male manager allegedly doesn't want to do his fucking job, or maybe he can't because Mariano's is so fucking poorly run that maybe it's just that what do you call it, that hierarchy of shit pile where the top is shitting on this other level and the other level shits on this other level, then it just gets shittier and shittier and shittier the further down you go. Anyway, but I've also heard other negative quality traits about white male manager, which I don't even feel like I should talk about, because I don't know if any of that shit is true. But it's not looking too good, my boy. But anyway, so white male manager has black male coworker training me, and I'm training black female coworker who has only been here. She's been with it. She got transferred from another part of Kroger, also just like me, except she worked for like Kroger proper, and I just worked at another Mariano's location. For those of you who don't know, quick side note, we gonna talk. I promise you, I'm gonna finish this fire story, and then after this, I'm gonna get to the whole ownership and shit. For those of you who don't know, Kroger owns Mariano's. Mariano's is a brand that only exists in the Chicagoland area. I'm gonna tell more details about how fucked up all of that shit is later. But anyway, and a lot of the Mariano's locations used to be another brand in Chicago, Dominic's. Remember Dominic's, y'all? Type in, if y'all ain't gonna type in Brother Squirrel or Sister Squirrel, type in Dominic's. Type in your memories of Dominic's back in the day. Type in if you think Dominic's is better than Mariano's, because I got some shit to talk about. But anyway, so what the fuck was I finna motherfucking say? Yeah, so the way I like to do it, I like to, say, hey, what would you like to do? Well, because I'm willing to do all the dirty work, because the dirty work is actually the easiest work to do. Dirty work for me is like cleaning that nasty ass chicken. We got a room full of raw chicken called the chicken room. It also has raw fish in there. It also, has beef in there, so it's chicken plus. It's fucking gross, and I'm the only one really willing to, because I'm gonna clean that shit as properly as I can. And you have to like clean the fucking pans that you put the raw chicken on. Some people put raw chicken on an unclean pan that had raw chicken on it. Do not. I work in the kitchen. I refuse to eat anything that come out of the kitchen at Mariano's. You can take a risk if you want. I'm not fucking with it. If I'm not working there, even if I am working there, I can only clean so much. So I ain't telling if the chicken was already out there by like 2 or 3 o'clock, because I be showing up late, I wouldn't eat that shit. You feel me? But anyway, this brother, unfortunately, black male coworker, he takes authoritative liberties with me, and I don't like that shit at all. It's like, and I've told this brother, I said, hey, I'm not your enemy, but I'm not your subordinate. Like, and he explained to me once again that if he, he don't want to talk to me like that, but if I, he's saying shit like, let me give y'all an example. He's like, hey man, no, I want to see you do it. And I'm just like, whoa, my boy, but I don't want to seem like I'm being petty, so I don't react a lot to that type of shit. I just ask a lot of, watch my other videos. I'm a politician. I usually, whenever I'm in a situation like that, I usually ask a lot of questions like, why? Hey, why do you want me to do that? Why can't you do that a different way? Why do you think it's necessary for you to do this? I'm gonna try to be as diplomatic, you know what I'm saying, as I possibly can. Dipset. No, but anyway, what the fuck I was gonna say? You see, I got the Dipset shit going. Matter of fact, anyway, I looked in the mirror today. I was like, I look like Cameron and Flocka did the fucking fusion dance type shit. But anyway, what I was finna say. So yeah, the brother is trying to teach me how to refill the fryer with oil, because that doesn't get done pretty much at all. That shit gets done once a blue moon. That oil that they be cooking all that fried shit y'all be eating, running to that hot bar, that shit be fried in the blackest fucking oil. But anyway, he was trying to show me how to change it. Now, this machine, this frying machine, it has like, it asks you questions like, are you doing the daily filter? Is this the quick filter? Is the vat full? Keep that in mind. Is the vat empty? So I'm a very good reader. I'm a quick reader, fast reader. My eyesight is pretty good. And I don't even move fast after reading certain shit, because sometimes I'm like, let me make sure even though I read fast, I still double check and sometimes triple check. This brother, first of all, my mood is not the best because I hate being there, and I don't like his style of communication. It's very just unreasonably authoritative to be someone. Once again, I'm not ageist or nothing, like you can't tell me shit, young nigga, but I mean, to be 10 years younger than me and to just think and then you're not a manager, I don't like that. And he's like, He's doing everything himself at this point, though. He's like, all right, so you see how I say daily filter, blah, blah, blah. We're going to press yes. Then he drains the vat of oil, right? So if the vat is drained, that means it's empty, right? Not full. The thing asks, is the vat full? And the answer should be, class, no, right? This man presses yes, and then I tell him instantly, I was like, hey, I saw his finger reaching for the yes. I was like, hey, we just emptied it, right? And he was like, yeah, I mean, and then he said something, and then once again, I don't own Mariano's. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you fuck this up, you fuck this up. And I'm going to just go do another task and tell them that I'll even be a nice guy and say we fucked it up. Even though I didn't touch shit, I'm going to say we because I was the one responsible for filling it. He touched it, but it's a we thing because I was supposed to fill it and it didn't get filled. But I wasn't going to do shit if he fucked it up. Keep that in mind because he fucked it up. So he was like, after whatever I said, he ignored it and brushed it off, which is another reason I don't like his style of communication, because it's like, bro, you have to take more time. Like, I take my time, even if I'm right. Anyway, he's like, oh yeah, it is empty, but I'm gonna still let it heat up. And then he pressed another button, and I was like, you gonna just let it heat up? He said, yeah, I'm gonna just let it heat up. Soon as he said that, you know what the fuck I did? I took a step back, and he took a step forward, and you know what he said? He said, oh, it's a fire. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He said, oh, it's a fire. Then when he said that shit, I stepped back even more. And then this man gonna fold his arms and stand and look at the fire as it gets bigger and bigger and said, call MOD. Which, for those of y'all who don't know, that I believe means manager of the day or manager on duty. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Manager on demand. But anyway, this man says, call MOD. Now, I worked at the other Aurora, but I was in the bakery. That's another thing. That's another thing. That's another thing. When I wanted to get transferred over here, I went to work in the bakery. That was such a sweet job, pun intended, I guess, and not because of the donuts. The thing is, just like with the hot bar that I work at now, you cannot give a human being, especially one that you're exploiting via capitalism, a whole bunch of jobs to do at once. When I was working in the bakery, I was just the donut man and other pastries that you could just put in the same process as the frying of the donuts. You got like bear claws and shit. You can fry and glaze that shit too. Pause. At the end of the day, and like I said, we got that other video about the difference between pause, no homo, and no diddy coming up soon. But anyway, you know, that was a smooth ass job, and they needed me. They really was sad when I had to go, and they was like, oh yeah, we got a donut dude, because donuts sold. Like, them bitches moved. They love them donuts. I'm not even into like sugary shit because I like keeping myself healthy and shit, but I would occasionally, you know what I'm saying, it get late, you know what I'm saying, I'm bumping my music and shit, I'm frying and shit, you know, I'm trying to like wrap up and shit. I'll take a donut or two, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I see the fact that I don't even know where the fuck I was going, G. I don't even know where the fuck I was going. Oh, because I never had to use the fucking intercom system. Even when we was in school, I never used the intercom system. You know how they let a kid be like, today for lunch, we have tater tots and shit. I never did that shit. I don't know how to work a PA system. Ever, never done that shit. You talk about call MOD and just stood there while the fire got bigger. Like he's in The Bear or some shit. You think this is a TV show or some shit, my boy? I'm like, ain't no way. And I'm not Robin to your Batman. You're not gonna give me the bands, especially shit I don't know how to do. So what I did was I took my gloves off, I took my apron off, and then I looked at him to see what he was gonna do. And then he ran out and he called the MOD, whoever the hell that is. He said, MOD the hot bar now. And then he hung up. And you know what I did? I ain't beat the case, so I did the race. Boy, I was fucking free take in that bitch, boy. I grabbed my fucking, I had this jacket with me.
I had a motherfucking, I had my book bag, I had my speaker. You know what the fuck I did? I applied for another job. I was going for 2.5 hours. They were pissed. They were pissed. But they wasn't that pissed because I didn't get fired. Anyway, so I came back 2.5 hours later. It's funny every time. Oh man, let me try it again. I came back 2.5 hours later. That shit is funny every time I say it. Anyway, man, bro, I'm funny as hell. Troll God forever. Anyway, so boy, black male coworker was like, bro, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I don't even know you, but I would have never left you. I would never leave you, man. And I was like, I did not leave you. I left Mariano's. And he's like, oh, so it's just business, huh? I was like, not quite. The thing is, I don't know how you were trained, but when I was trained at the other location in Aurora, they said if there's a fire, active shooter, any dumb shit like that, everybody, the entire staff, all leaves, and we all wait and make sure everybody is gone. So honestly, before I left to like go apply for another job, I stayed and looked to see if anybody was gonna come out with me. And after like minutes of seeing nobody came out, boy, I got the fuck on. Listened to some music, smoked, chilled, did all type of shit, man. Motherfuckers goofy as hell. Not saying, black male coworker, I'm not calling you a goofy. Because I don't want this is my thing. I don't want animosity amongst the people on the same level as me. I punch up, you feel me? So I do think it is goofy to expect me to do anything in that situation. I didn't touch that fucking shit. I'm not the reason that shit got on fire. I tried to help stop the fire from happening by saying, yeah, the vat is actually empty. You should not press that. Good things come in threes. Anyway, I'm not a BD, y'all. I wasn't throwing up BD, so don't get in the comments acting a fucking fool. But anyway, what the fuck I was finna say. So yeah, black male coworker is like telling me this, that, and the third about, you know. Also, there's another coworker who is like hard of hearing or mute or something, doesn't speak English the best, visually impaired, doesn't move very fast because she's an elder, and has some sort of like general disability because like I can see like how she walks, like her legs have some sort of shit, right? They talking about a hiring freeze, and the only people they able to keep is people like that who, because of this motherfucker Trump and all these other dumbasses who are ruining the fucking society we already had ruined, you feel me, taking away from services, public services that motherfuckers actually need. Y'all talking about unionize. We need to crash the fuck out. We need to crash the fuck out. People keep talking about, like I tried to bring up this whole Lil Bill talking about everybody want to die for the revolution. First of all, that's not even the quote. And that's very telling. Nobody's saying die for the revolution, even though some are willing to die for the revolution. Go watch my other videos. But what y'all need to fucking understand, damn, the fucking sun is leaving. Some of us ain't never been trifling. We wash and clean up after ourselves and others in more than one way. And we, because of that, are also the motherfuckers who are willing to spaz the fuck out. Like I said, you know the left is so soft. But Adonis go hard. Y'all, I don't believe, just like y'all don't believe in gender, but y'all believe in another binary, right and left. Yeah, I don't believe in that left and right shit, but I do believe that y'all motherfuckers are getting nowhere unless that's y'all whole point is to just be fake as hell and not really stand on no business. You see motherfuckers like Conscious Lee teaming up with I know what's her name, Crockett Mama. I know she fine, but she a fine Zionist. She a Zionist. What you talking about? This wind just fucked up my joint. Anyway, what the fuck I was finna say? So yeah, man, ain't no motherfucking way. So this union dude, right? Oh no 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 no! More about the fire. More about the fire. More about the fire. Okay, so after me and black male coworkers see we're not seeing eye to eye, he kind of like storms off. White male store director comes in, the softest guy, one of the whitest white people you will ever meet in your life. He come up to me and say, "What's going on?" And so I explained to him, I'm like, I was just talking to black male coworker. Obviously, I didn't call him that. I was like, I was just talking to black male coworker about why I left. And I can explain the very same thing to you if you're interested, unless you were standing there the whole time listening to our conversation. And he's like, you left us for 2.5 hours, man. And I was like, yeah, that might be a long time to be gone. I understand that. And then he tried to like insinuate, like he tried to play like some sort of like psychological game. It's like, bro, you you are not like that, bro. Calm the fuck down. He's all like, not like he was trying to bully me, but he was trying to like make me feel bad. He's like, oh man, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Like, you don't have any remorse. And I'm like, remorse for what? For my own safety? I'm like, I'm gonna leave for my safety. And then I said, I don't understand why no one else. And oh yeah, I said that to black male coworker. I was like, bro, why didn't you leave? I was like, I don't know why the fuck you stayed. I was like, I asked him, are you trained to use a fire extinguisher? He said, no. I said, guess what? Neither am I. So you did in the action of saying MOD to hotbar now, you did all that you were able to do and supposed to do. And you did all that you were supposed to do because you did all that you were able to do. And he just kind of stood there quiet, just like when Hispanic manager comes in and tries to like good cop, bad cop me with white male store manager. I'm like, how y'all both good? Is good cop, bad cop, but both of y'all are soft cop. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all, you feel me? The one cop. What's up, cuz? I'm up here doing a video. Let me get out your way. I'm sorry. Pause, y'all. My bad, y'all. I bet you this video getting grainier and grainier. The sound quality might be compromised and all type of shit. But hey, we late night on the block and shit. Nah. But anyway, so man, y'all. Back to this whole goofy ass shit with the managers and shit, right? So Hispanic male manager is so goofy and useless. And what's her name? So talk about what's her name? No, I can't say her name. A black female coworker who they had me train, even though I'm still being trained. She actually said that he was useless and was like, I shouldn't say that human beings are useless. Shit, if they useless, they useless. If they useless, they useless. All right, like I'm not finna play with y'all. All right. But anyway, and I know what she mean, and she right. We shouldn't call human beings useless, but motherfuckers be tweaking. This dude smiles all the time. All he do is play. All he do is play. He an old ass Hispanic man. All he do. So look, while I'm being talked down to or whatever, or not, I don't even say he's talking down to me. The white male store manager is trying to like guilt trip me and gaslight me. I was like, okay, so I agree that 2.5 hours was maybe too long. But what I'm not about to do, like I told him, I said, are you trying to insinuate that like what I'm saying isn't true, that I didn't leave? And I'm like, I came back. Like, obviously I didn't abandon, because then Hispanic male manager is like, Adonis, man, you abandoned us, man. You abandoned the whole store. And I was like, no, I didn't. I said, I didn't leave you. I left Mariano's. I'm not trained to fight no fires. I said, also, it's stuff in here. Oh, I'm going too fast. This guy gonna say Hispanic male manager was there for like 2 minutes. I promise you this man be playing. Oh my God, he be playing. He gonna say, this motherfucker gonna say, if this was your house and your house caught on fire, would you run? I said, this is not my house. He gonna say, well, actually, it's more than your house because you're here more than you're at home. And then smiled and then walked off. And then as soon as he did that, I looked to the white male store manager and I said, see? And then before I could even say anything, because by the C, black people, you know what I mean by C, y'all playing, y'all not taking none of this seriously, y'all playing. And so he walks off after saying that shit. By the way, once again, Mariano's used to be, so Mariano's is named for Bob Mariano. Bob Mariano is apparently a piece of shit. He used to work for a store called Dominic's. Dominic's is a classic Chicago grocery store that went out of business right before Mariano's went into business. He used to work as like some sort of director or some shit for Dominic's. Now, like I said, most of the Dominic's are now Mariano's, and then Mariano's was just owned by Bob Mariano or whatever. Then Kroger bitch ass, and I should say Mariano bitch ass, allowed themselves to be bought by Kroger bitch ass. Everybody who has been working there for a long time, like I'm talking 10 plus years and shit, like since the store opened and shit, they like, when Mariano's got bought by Kroger, shit went downhill. Then I find out, guys, Kroger and Albertsons, which owns Jewel Osco. Y'all from Chicago, y'all know about Jewel. I don't know if Albertsons owns any brands that's outside of Chicago area. I don't know. But anyway, Kroger and Albertsons tried to do a merger. If you're not hip to, the economics of all of this shit, whenever large conglomerates like that merge, we get fucked. Every time. So do not support none of that shit. Every time we get fucked. But guess what? They did not allow that shit to happen. They got sued for that shit. But guess what did happen? About 35 stores, most of which are Mariano's and maybe a handful of which are Jewel Osco locations, got bought by the company that owns Piggly Wiggly. And guess what? Mariano's has suffered some closures recently. And some of the closures, one of the closures for sure, was one of them locations that was bought by the company that owns Piggly Wiggly. So we're going to see how these country motherfuckers do, because they own, the location that I mentioned earlier, the one on the south side on 39th and King Drive. That one is one of the ones owned by motherfucking Piggly Wiggly. If y'all been there recently, I tried to call to get transferred over there, and I couldn't even get somebody to answer the fucking phone. So, man. Also, Kroger has had a history of union busting. If you don't know what union busting is, Google it. I don't have time for this shit. I'm not anti-union, because that means you would be pro-exploitation or pro-capitalist. But like I said, I'm not pro-union either, because unions are not anti-capitalist. They're not pro-socialist, none of that shit. These unions, G. Man, bro. Like I said in my other videos, the history of unions is anti-black as hell. We was the first, all of this shit. We was the first Mexicans in the sense that motherfuckers was trying to scapegoat us to say we took somebody's goddamn jobs. What happened actually is that these devils in the unions didn't want black people to join the unions. So what the devil owners did was they union busted and just undercut and paid black people less money. And so instead of the white devils in the unions saying, oh, that's so fucked up, corporate motherfuckers for doing that, they instead got mad at the black people, just like y'all stupid asses getting mad at the immigrants, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers are just dumb. Motherfuckers can educate y'all all day. Some of y'all are just gonna stay stupid.
Stay Stupid, TM, coming up soon. Looking ass. Now, I should make a TV show called Stay Stupid, and it'd be featuring all the motherfucking, anyway, what I was finna fucking say. Let me get back on this topic, because I'm finna go into like an hour talking to y'all last, and the fucking sun went down, and when the sun come down. But anyway, y'all motherfuckers just don't be doing enough, man. And y'all motherfuckers don't be doing enough, man. The real answers, like I said, we on that Luigi shit. Luigi time. We on that Luigi shit. If you can't do that Luigi shit, it's all kind of ways. We got to figure out a way. Do not be loyal to your managers. Do not be loyal. At the very, if you got a bad manager, I'll say for sure, don't be loyal to your manager, and don't be loyal to the company. If you got a bad company, especially, but you got customers that depend on you, right? Go listen to that West Side Bound Part 4 by Cyber Pivot and motherfucking Milo. Is it Milo? Is it motherfucking M to the Elo? But anyway, what the fuck was I finna say? So yeah, man. Unions and shit, bitch. Nah, what I was finna say. Yeah, listen to the intro of that song, because that was some real shit. We got to figure, this is what I was saying, we got to figure out a way to screw over the corporations without screwing over the customers. You know, I said screw like I'm from motherfucking Baltimore, Dom. But anyway, what the fuck I was finna say? Man, G. That shit's just so crazy, man. I'm getting too high. I need to get some food in my stomach. Because if I don't, I'm going to just be here all day talking shit. But anyway. Yeah, so not only did they not fire me for moving around after 2.5 hours, this motherfucker gonna try to say, oh yeah, I'm still going too fast. This motherfucker tried to, oh no! Sorry, guys. But yeah, this motherfucker, white male store manager. Come on, catch the fucking, there we go. White male store manager gonna say, well, you know, I'm salaried and me and black male coworker just scrubbed the hell. That fryer is clean as hell. And I mean, now there shouldn't be any more problems with it catching fire, but once again, they don't be cleaning shit, nasty ass. Anyway, this cleaning of the fryer and shit, he brought this up and said, I'm salaried, I didn't get paid any more money. You would have got paid the same amount of money if you didn't do it. So I'm not gonna empathize with you, salaried store director, go fuck yourself. But then he gonna say, so, I mean, are you at least gonna give an apology for that? I said, give an apology for y'all cleaning up the fryer. I said, you know, if it wasn't gonna be you and black male coworker, it could have been me and black male coworker, me and another coworker, but it would have had to get cleaned, you know, if that is, you know, the cause for the fire, you know, aside from human error and pressing the wrong button. He's like, oh, so your answer is just, it just had to be cleaned anyway. It needed to be cleaned anyway. I said, you said that. And then he was just like, all right, well, if that's how you feel about it, I can't change how you feel about it. And then he said, so what do you have next on this list? And then just acted like the shit didn't just went on business as usual. Wow. Fucking wow. The foo-fooality of some people. Motherfuckers foo as hell, man. I feel like there's some other shit I need to get to, but I don't remember. And I feel like I've been talking for so motherfucking long. All I'm gonna say is, fuck Mariano's. Stop trusting in oh! I called OSHA and had to leave a fucking voicemail because it said, your Department of Labor Occupational Safety Health Association is currently unavailable because of the recent government shutdown. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. But guess what, y'all? Guess what, y'all? Guess what, y'all? That don't mean don't call all of y'all. Call OSHA on y'all job
right now. If they fucking some shit up, if they causing hazards for the customers, for you as a coworker, I've gotten injured at work. If they got a fucking elevator that I've seen almost crush people's arms in that fucking building, and I told OSHA about that shit, but fucking gotta wait till they catch my voicemail, which I left a couple. I called OSHA while on the motherfucking job, which ain't illegal. If y'all fire me for that, you gonna hear from my lawyers, bitch. But anyway, like I said, do not let these motherfuckers get away. Do not call HR. HR is not here for you. And if you call the union, that's at your risk. Because I don't know if they're going to do anything for you, but they didn't do anything for me. I say, ultimately, call OSHA and finesse. That's the only thing you can do to do your best. Hey, get in the comments, type in do your best, like the fucking video, please. If you have the option of boosting the video, do that too. Boost the video if you can. Share the video with a friend. Take your phone and put it in somebody's hand and say, sit down and watch this shit. And then watch it again. Fuck you talking about?